Hey friends, and welcome. Today we have a short lower back pain relief yoga sequence for you, supported by a physical therapy studies. With that being said, it is not a sequence that is going to treat any specific diagnosis. Rather, it will help you to prevent any lower back pain and also bring this critical area back to a balance. So as you can see, by having those muscles balanced here and a core strong, you're really supporting your lower back and you're bringing the pressure off from those discs and spine. Well, as you can see, in that case, yes, we will work a lot on a core strengthening, but also on a glute strengthening as they play a critical role in a lower back pain. And on the other side, we'll focus on opening and stretching areas that are usually tight and can cause a lower back pain, like your hamstrings and your hip flexors and a little muscle here called piriformis. So with all that being said, let's start with the most important part of every exercise, and that's cultivating your deep diaphragmatic breathing. Finding your back, bringing your heels hip distance apart, keeping your hands by your sides, but Debra will bring them out and wide so you can see. With the exhalation, tuck your tailbone in and squeeze your core, flatten the area of your lower back. With an inhale, open up wide, find lordosis and let it go. Exhale, squeeze it in, tuck the tailbone in. Inhale, open wide. And find a few of those on your own, flowing with your own breath. And then find a spot right in the middle, somewhere between those extremes. That's called a neutral spine. That's where you want to be. Bringing one hand on your core and one on your belly. Exhale all the way out, squeeze your belly in. Staying in this neutral spine, inhale into your belly, opening wide into your rib cage, and then bring your air into your chest. Exhale from your chest, squeezing your rib cage together, bringing your belly in. Inhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale from chest, squeezing your rib cage in and your belly in. Go on your own for a few more. By cultivating this deep, slow breathing, you are activating your diaphragm. And just by that, you are already stabilizing your lower back, your lumbar spine. One more. And I want you to think of this deep breathing pattern throughout the whole practice. Now bringing your hands by your sides, your feet hip distance apart. And then exhale, lift your hips up in a bridge pose, squeezing your glutes together. And then with that inhalation, bring them slowly down back to the floor. Exhale, back up and squeeze. I want you to really fire up your glutes and feel them engage. Inhale, bring them back down to release. A few more, up and squeeze those butts. And then inhale and release. 4 more. Keeping your spine in neutral, just as you found it at the beginning. Deep slow breaths. Remembering going on your own pace. And finding positions that are challenging for you, but you don't feel any pain. If you do feel pain, you have to modify or skip that type of position. Nice, release, cross your hands in front of your chest, grabbing your opposite shoulder, and then keeping your legs and your hips rooted down to the floor. Exhale, bring your upper body up, keeping your gaze up towards the ceiling so your cervical spine is straight. Inhale, slowly release down to the floor. Exhale to bring you up, squeezing your core. Inhale to bring you down. Maybe you can go a little higher, lifting your shoulder blades off the ground. Nice. Inhale, release. One more like that. Flow. Nice. And at this time, exhale, lift up. And we'll stay here for full breath. Inhale, stay engaged. Exhale, stay engaged. And at the end of your exhalation, release. Inhale, release here. Inhale, come back up. Nice. Full breath here. Engaging, inhale. Engaging, exhale. On the end of your exhalation, release. Very nice. One more. Exhale, up. Full breath here. And slowly release. Very nice. Hands back by your sides. This time lift your butt up in a bridge pose once again. I want you to root your right heel, engage your right butt cheek and lift your left heel. And then switch. Root your left heel, squeeze your left butt cheek, lift your right heel. And then flow slowly with your breath, engaging the opposite butt cheek of the heel you are lifting, and trying to keep your pelvis straight with both bones pointing in a level to the ceiling. Simply trying not to bring them up and down to the sides like this. Stabilizing your lumbar spine by engaging your glutes. Nice. We'll find one more on either side. Very nice. And then slowly vertebra by vertebra release. This time bringing your hands pointing towards the ceiling and your feet up, 90-degree angle with your hips and your knees, flexing your feet. Very nice. Bring those palms facing each other. Nice. Inhale, extend your right leg back and left leg out. Exhale, bring it back to the center. Inhale, the opposite side. Exhale, back to the center. Going slowly with your breath, rooting your rib cage down to the floor, keeping your lumbar spine in a neutral position you found in the beginning. And if you lose it at any point, feel free to stop. Do those two extremes and find the center once again. Squeezing your core when you go back with exhale. Nice. I like the adjustment of flexing your foot. We'll find one more on each side. Nice. Very good. Bringing your feet down to the floor. This time bring them a little wider than a hip distance apart. Bring your hands by your sides. Lift your hips up. Once again, a bridge. But this time, squeezing your glutes. Bring your knees wide to the side, but keeping your feet on the floor. And bring your knees back in. Open them wide, keeping your feet, don't let them come up. Exhale, bring your knees back in. Open wide, keeping your hips up as well the whole time. Bring those knees back in. Simply going just as wide as your hips are staying up. Very nice. That's it. One more. Slowly. Very good. This time bring your hands wide to the side and leather T. Lift your knees. Keep your feet in a 90-degree angle and your knees above your hips. And then with exhale, drop those legs to one side, keeping the opposite shoulder on the floor. Very nice. Exhale, bring it back to the center. Inhale, bring it to the other side. The opposite shoulder should stay on the floor. Bring it back in. Very nice. And we'll flow with your breath side to side, keeping those knees above your hips. Nice. obliques inside of your core. One more each side. And bring it back to the center, letting those knees to drop one on one of your side. Roll on that side and press yourself back up. Finding a tabletop position. Feel free to use any knee support, like extra mat or a piece of a fabric. Keeping your shoulders right above your wrists and your hips above your knees, and finding a few cat cows. Inhale, drop your chest down, maybe even look up. Exhale, around your spine. Squeeze your core, tuck your tailbone in. Inhale, the opposite variation. Drop everything down, open up. Exhale, squeeze it in. Very nice, one more. And then find a neutral position. Tuck your tailbone or tuck your toes under and lift up to a downward facing dog. Taking a breath or so here, maybe paddle your dog, maybe lift your heels. And then round your spine forward and find a plank pose. With your shoulders over your wrists or maybe even more forward if you can. Once again, tuck your tailbone in, nice. Bring your legs a little wider apart. Squeezing your core, pressing firmly with your arms and breathe. If you want to strengthen your core, those positions, any type of planks are the best to strengthen the core. One more deep breath here, just because you can. And then dropping your knees, finding a chaturanga, bending your elbows and coming all the way down to the floor. We'll find 3 cobras. With an inhale, lift your upper body, rooting your legs down to the floor. Look forward, exhale, release it down. With the second one, lift up and lift your palms above the floor as well. Exhale, release it down. With the third one, we'll lift up and we stay there. Lift your fingertips, breathe. Engage your core, knowing that the back side of your lower back is a part of your core as well. And then slowly release, press yourself back, downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath through your nose and deep breath out of your mouth. And then walk your hands towards your legs. Yes, grabbing your opposite elbow and hanging here in the ragdoll. Bend your knees as much as you need to, since we're just beginning to warming up those hamstrings. Nice. Relax your head completely. And for this one, you might need a block or a book or anything that will bring the floor a little closer to you. Rooting your right fingertips down to the floor or the whole palm if you wish. Bending your right knee and keeping your left leg straight. Bringing your left arm up towards the ceiling. And finding 3 deep breaths, opening up the left side of your leg, your IT band. And after your third breath, we'll simply switch. Left palm goes down, straighten your right knee, bend your left, and bring your right arm up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your core, keeping your gaze wherever it's comfortable for your neck. You do not have to look up if that feels uncomfortable for your cervical spine. And after your third breath, slowly release. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, walk your hands forward, find a plank pose. 3 breaths. Pressing firmly, squeezing your core. Relax your jaw. Nice. And after your third breath, come all the way down. And this one, we'll find a swings pose. Bringing your elbows right underneath your shoulders. We'll find engagement in the core once again. With your exhalation, tuck your chin in, round your thoracic spine, and then lift your lumbar spine, maybe even your hips. Exhale, you slowly, or inhale, you slowly bring it back to swings pose. Exhale, chin, thoracic, lumbar, and then maybe your hips goes up. Inhale, bring it slowly back to the standing position. A few more. Chin, chest, and then your hips. That was quite a bit too much, but it's okay. One more. I want want you to think of lifting this area first. Lift, 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 lift before you lift your hips. That's it. And then slowly release. In the coming one, we'll hold. Exhale, chin. Round your spine. Lift your hips just slightly and hold. Full breath. On the end of your exhalation, release. Inhale, open up. Take the breath in. We'll find one more. Exhale for hold. Lift and hold for full breath. Never hold your breath. Remember that. And on the end of your exhalation, slowly come back to swings. Very nice. Bringing your fingertips right underneath your shoulders once again, pressing back, downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Nice. Right leg steps right between your hands. Feel free to use your hands to help the leg to get there. Dropping your back knee down. Nice. And we'll flow between two positions. Keep your hands on the floor. Bend your knee as much as you can and open your chest forward with an exhalation around your spine. Straighten your right leg and find your hamstring stretch. Inhale, bend your knee, come forward. Exhale around your spine. Straighten your right leg. One more. Nice. Very nice. Inhale, bend your knee. We'll find hip flexor stretch. Building yourself up, bringing your hands on your knee. And then, just as Deborah did, shift yourself back. Tuck your tailbone in and then start to find a stretch with your tailbone tucked in. Relax your shoulders, lengthen the spine, and find 5 deep breaths. You should feel a stretch right here in your hip flexors. Now, after your big breath, release those hands to frame your leg again. Shift those hips back and find your hamstring stretch. Bringing your fingertips right wherever your knee is. And then find little circles with the right heel. And paying attention, where does it feel the most tender? Where you want to stay for a few breaths. Very good. And then once again, maybe use a book or block, rooting your left hand down to the floor, left fingertips or palm, bring your right arm up in a twist. If you can, bring those right toes pointing out. That will increase the stretch. But once again, you go just as deep as your body allows you, as you feel the challenge, but no pain. And then you slowly release. Bend your front knee, step back, downward facing dog. Deep breath here. Nice. And then whenever you're ready, stepping the other leg forward, which would be your left. Dropping your back knee down and flowing in those two positions. Bending your left knee, facing forward, looking forward. Exhale, rounding your spine, finding your hamstrings. Inhale forward. Exhale, round. Nice. One more. Bending your front knee, building yourself up. Once again, shift back first. Tuck your tailbone in, nice, and then let your hip flexors be stretched from this correct position. Keeping your back close and straight. Pressing your shoulders, your jaw. Finding those deep belly breaths. Nice. Then we'll slowly release. You're finding the left hamstring stretch by shifting back, keeping your hips above your knee. You need to bring the leg a little more forward so your hips are above the knee. Nice. And then once again, maybe you find the circles with your heel, finding the spot where you want to stay for a few breaths. And that may change. It might be different than it was on the other side, which is okay. That just shows you those imbalances that your body has. And then by doing this sequence, you're helping the body to come back in a balance. Take the pressure off the spine. And then once again, root your right palm, this time bringing your left arm up, open up in a twist, and if you can, bring those toes out, increasing the stretch on the outside of your leg. Breathe. Be aware of your breath, and then slowly release. Bending your knees, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Nice. This time walking yourself forward through two legs. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale forward fold. Inhale brings you up with a straight spine. Reach to the sides and up. Exhale, hands into your chest. Finding a mountain pose. Simply anatomical position. Your feet are hip distance apart and they're facing forward straight. Palms are forward. Engage your legs. Lift your inner arches. Squeeze your core. Relax your shoulders. Tuck your chin slightly in. If you can, close your eyes to challenge your balance. And find little circles. Simply moving as much forward and to the sides as your balance allows you. Find a few circles to one side and then switch to the other. We are preparing the body for a few balancing exercises because the studies show that balance reduces lower back pain. So let's do that. Coming back to the center, opening your eyes, and I let Debra facing forward so you guys see. Rooting your right foot, spreading your toes, lifting your inner arch, slightly bending your right knee. And then bending your left knee and grabbing your leg with your left palm. If you need a wall for this one, feel free to find a wall or any support. Taking your tailbone in once again, this way. So you can really open the hip flexors and then bringing the knee back. Hips forward, knee back, that's it. Very nice. Nice balance. And then we'll slowly release. See if you are able to not touch the floor and finding any variation of a three pose. Meaning your left toes can be touching the floor. You can come below or above the knee. Anywhere but on the knee. And then play with your balance. Anything that's challenging for you. Breathe and keep your gaze at a non-moving spot. Something we call drishti in yoga. And then you slowly release. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands down into your chest. Very nice. Switching the sides, spreading your left toes. Bending the knee slightly, lifting the inner arch, and then bending your right knee, grab your right foot, and once again, make sure you tuck your tailbone in. Nice. Bring the knee, meet the other knee. Yeah. Bring the knee as back as you can with tuck tailbone in. Very nice. One more deep breath. And then you slowly release, bringing the foot in and finding any variation of the three pose. Once again, variation that challenges you, which can look way different than what we are doing here. Very nice. And don't be afraid to fall. It's a part of the practice. And they say if you never fall, you never live. And then slowly release. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands into your chest. Nice. And then I'll let you to face forward once again. Rooting your right foot. Bringing your left leg back. And letting your toes touch the floor first. I want you to engage your left glutes. And then slowly lifting your left leg up. Squeezing those left glutes. and then slowly bringing your chest forward. But make sure you're not bringing your chest forward before your leg is reaching as high as it can. The tendency here is to drop your chest too quickly and not using your glutes, and rather using your lower back. By squeezing your glute area and keeping your knee in, you're really using your glutes, and you go just as deep as it's comfortable for you, and you challenge yourself for one more deep breath. And then slowly, maybe without touching the floor, bringing your left leg on your right knee, creating this what we call figure 4 or chair, and then bending your right knee and getting low. Once again, going just as deep as you challenge yourself. Maybe your hands come in front of your chest, maybe you throw them down on your hips. Core in, one more deep breath, and then you slowly release. Nice job. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands into your chest. Nice. And we'll find the other side. Holding your left foot, bringing your right leg back. Engaging your right glutes. Lifting the leg. Working from there. Then slowly dropping your chest into warrior 3. Keeping the knee in. Squeezing those glutes. Using the core to support you. Going just as low as your balance allow you, or using a wall if you need so. One more deep breath. And maybe without the right foot touching the floor, bringing it to your chest, bend the knee and find figure 4. One more deep breath. And slowly. Well done. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands into your chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive. Wide, straight spine. Inhale, lengthen. Nice. Exhale, bend your knees and bring your sit bones down to the floor. Like this. We'll find variation will be facing forward. We'll find a variation with every single joint of your legs in 90-degree angle. So bending in your hip in a 90-degree angle. Debra, I'll pick left leg forward first. So if you can do that, it'll make it easier for us to explain. So knee bent in a 90-degree angle. If you can even flex your foot, nice. Everything is 90-degree angle, and now with your right hand you will reach up for your right shin and bring your left arm up and over to stretch the deep muscle of your back we call QL muscle. Once again, you go just as deep as it feels comfortable, challenging but not painful. Very nice. With your inhalation, slowly come back to the center. Extend your right leg out to half a V shape. And then bring your left foot in. Twist towards your left leg or towards the bent knee. And then with this twisting position, reach with your right arm towards your right toes. And then bring your left arm up and over. Nice. We are hitting the same area from a little different variation of a position. Once again, if there is any position that really suits you and serves the area, feel free to stay there longer. Maybe pause the video or come back to it later. And then with the inhale, come back to the center. This time keep those legs positioned but twist towards the extended leg. Reach with an inhalation, with the exhalation find forward fold. By any forward fold, you're releasing this whole lower back area. It's thoracolumbar fascia, that's how we call it. And it gets easily tight. So lower or forward folds help that area to be released as long as you are keeping the proper shape. And you breathe deeply and slowly to support your lower back with your diaphragm. One more deep breath. Then we'll switch to the other side. Bringing your right leg forward, left leg back. Creating a 90-degree angle. Bringing the front leg a little more forward. Yep, that's it. Nice. And this time your left hand reaches towards your left chin, then your right arm comes up and over. Yes. And once again, you might find you feel it in a little different spot than you did on the previous side, which is completely normal. One more deep. And then we slowly extend your left leg in a V shape, bring your right foot in. Twist towards the right leg, but reach towards your left, and bring your right arm up and over. Simply keeping your chest, like Deborah's doing here, coming up towards the ceiling. The tendency here is to collapse and round the spine, and don't really get into the area we are looking for. Nice. 2 more deep breaths. Inhalation, come slowly back. It's time to twist towards the left leg, extended leg, inhale to reach, exhale, come forward. Very nice. Relax your head, relax your jaw. And consciously bring your breath wherever you feel the stretch the most. Right? Mind to the muscle. That's what we are looking for. Bring yourself all the way on your back, facing in the direction you like. Bringing your knees into your chest and giving yourself side to side, gentle stretch. And dropping your right foot down, bringing your left ankle over your right knee, creating this figure 4. And once again, keep your foot flexed if there's any knee issue, and then interlace your fingers wherever you can, hamstrings or shin, or however deep you can go. And some of you might keep the foot on the floor and feel the stretch, and that might be enough. Finding the challenge for yourself, creating the balance in your body. One more deep breath. And then dropping your right foot down, but keeping the shape of your legs and letting them drop to the right, just as they are. With your right hand, grab your right shin if you can, and keep your left knee pointing up towards the ceiling. Once again, it gives you a nice stretch of the outside part of your thigh, your T-band, tensor fascia lata, and all those muscles that get usually tight. One more deep breath. And slowly reduce like that. This time extending your left leg up towards the ceiling. You might be able to drop the leg, but it's more suitable when you grab a towel or a strap if you have one. Keeping your knees straight first and your toes flexed before you bring the leg closer towards your face. Now I really want you to relax the leg and using your arm muscles to bring the leg closer to open up your hamstrings. It's a passive stretch. That's why you don't want to engage your left hamstrings at all. Deep breaths. Nice. switch. We bring the legs slowly down to the floor, engaging your core. When you're bringing the legs slowly down to touch the floor. Very nice. Whenever the heel touches the floor, slowly bend your knee and bring it back in. Switching to the other side, bending your right leg, bring it across in a figure 4. And once again, maybe you feel the stretch here already and it's enough. And maybe you can bring it closer towards your chest, interlacing your fingers, your hamstrings or shin. Find those deep breaths. Slowly release. Your left foot down, keeping those legs as they are, and dropping them to the left. Maybe with your left arm, you grab your shin, you keep the knee up. Very good. One more deep breath. And slowly bring it back. This time your right leg comes up towards the ceiling, using towel or strap. Bring the knee straight first before you bring the leg closer. Bringing the leg down to the floor, engaging your core. And when the heel hits the floor, slowly bring it back into your chest. Nice. And give it a swing side to side, releasing your lower back. And find any inversion of your choice. Simply just bring your legs up towards the ceiling and support your lower back with a block. If you have a shoulder stand like Deborah's doing here in your practice, go for it. If you have an inversion table at home, it's a great way to release the pressure from your spine. So any variation you like, engaging your inner thighs. Even a headstand is a good way to go to release the pressure from the spine. I want you to find nice, deep, slow, solid breaths. After your 10th breath, slow and release. Bringing your knees into your chest. Swing side to side. Give yourself a huge hug for all the hard work you did. I want you to squeeze everything you have together. Squeeze the muscles of your face, squeeze your toes, squeeze your fingers. Take one more deep breath, squeezing everything in. And then with the exhalation, release. Open your mouth and send your legs out, send your arms out. And the final shavasana, final rest. Take one more deep conscious breath and then let it go. Letting go of any control of your breath, of your muscle activations. Letting go of controlling your mind. Simply letting it flow wherever it wants. It's a time when your body really it will show up now. Your body is figuring out, okay, what do I need to strengthen? What do I need to stretch out? Now is the most important time of your practice to let it soak in. Therefore, I encourage you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. Maybe for a little longer than you think you should. From my heart to yours. Namaste.